If you're watching this video, the events that I'm about to discuss may have already taken place, or as I predict in my book Energy: Divine Secrets of the Universe, will likely take place very soon. In my last video, I discussed the fall of great nations such as Sodom, Gomorrah and Pompeii, due to natural disasters ushered in by God to end the sin and dissension that swept through these lands. Under the watchful eye of the devil, dominant empires have tried time and time again to oppressively rule the world, but to no avail, with their efforts reduced to nothing but bone and rubble, left to tell the tale of what were once powerful empires. I predict that we are on the cusp of another great natural disaster that will end Great Britain's tyrannical rule once and for all. The Great British Empire has been around for hundreds of years and is similar to the Roman Empire, partaken in a series of shocking global atrocities, including wars, genocides and oppressive colonization, but this is only the tip of the iceberg. What many people do not know is that similar to the Roman Empire, the occult roots of Great Britain go far and deep. The Romans were successful at infiltrating cultures with their sinister pagan traditions and rituals. The British Empire is no different. In the 1700s, during a time of European revolution ushered in by the dark forces of the universe, King George III allegedly succumbed to the devil and his minions in order to maintain sovereignty, allowing demons to infiltrate the British royal bloodline, a fact the royal family proudly portrays in their coat of arms. The Windsors have long been rumoured to carry demonic DNA. Cambions are a breed of human beings who have been born as a result of an ancient mystical tradition where demons are summoned during coitus to produce offspring unlike any normal child, otherwise referred to as a spawn of Satan. The result of this ancient mystical tradition is children with an inherent inclination to evil and an inherited allegiance to the devil and his minions in exchange for money and power. While the Windsors are not technically part of the 13 Illuminati bloodlines that belong to Satan directly, they lay claim to being descendants of the prominent demon Moloch. Furthermore, the UK elected government boasts a much darker shadow government beneath the surface, comprised of unelected officials who have allegedly sold their souls to the devil in order to help him usher in a sinister new world order. This shadow ministry is responsible for making deplorable decisions such as creating pandemics, using invasive electromagnetic surveillance techniques, and creating false flag events. In fact, J.K. Rowling went as far as to allude to the fact that the British government allegedly hired demons sometime around the Second World War, as depicted in her Harry Potter series. Dementors were hired by the British Ministry of Magic around the Second Wizarding War, with a chronology eerily similar to the real-life chronology of the British government and Winston Churchill's time in office. But for further proof of the British government's unwavering allegiance to the devil, look no further than the 2012 Olympics, riddled with esoteric symbolism and satanic messages. Couple that with a false flag event on 7/7, a significant divine date, and the government's alleged involvement in burning down a building packed with Muslims during Ramadan, Grenfell Tower, and it is clear that the British government has a much sinister agenda than what meets the eye. As they currently scramble to finally achieve the new world order they have so desired for centuries, a vision depicted in the 1949 book 1984 by George Orwell, the British government is currently on a totalitarian mission, causing chaos and anxiety among the great British public, using COVID-19 as the impetus for imposing unprecedented restrictions such as a ban on public gatherings and the imposition of local lockdowns in what looks like a not-so-subtle new world order in the making. Simply put, the British Empire has long pledged their allegiance to the devil and have continued to stoke the wrath of God through horrendous human rights violations as they continue to challenge and defy the Creator. My prediction is that similar to the events of Pompeii in 79 AD, a natural disaster in the form of an earthquake will end Great Britain once and for all. This earthquake will be of an unprecedented magnitude and will most likely strike at the heart of Britain in London, a town ironically founded by the Romans and known to be one of the leading occult capitals of the world. This earthquake will cause destruction and a death toll unlike anything we've seen in modern times. It serves to act as a warning sign to any other nation that continues down this demonic trajectory. The events in London will also signal the official start of a series of events set to usher in a universal judgment day, quite possibly set for the year 2023. Other defiant nations will likely fall in a sequential order in exactly the same way, through a litany of natural disasters sent down by God, one after the next. This is a word of warning. If these predictions are in fact true, please stay vigilant. This is clearly an act of God with a clear message and warning. Please do not allow media sensationalism to mislead you into thinking anything other than the blatant reality of what these events actually stand for. The battle between the forces of dark and light is at a climactic juncture, with the former seeking to keep the masses distracted from the inevitable arrival of Judgment Day, as they make one final attempt at a feeble dictatorship through mass control and deception. I cover this topic in great detail in my new book, Energy: Divine Secrets of the Universe, available for pre-order now and released worldwide on 11/11/2020. This is Khaled Equilibrius Matar. Please, stay vigilant.